The fight to restore total peace and stability in the northeast of Nigeria has just recorded a massive and highly strategic victory, and the details emerging from Adamawa State are both thrilling and a huge relief for citizens who have longed for security. For years, the brave men and women of the Nigerian military have been pushing back against the dark forces of insurgency, but the latest operation by the troops of Operation Hadinkai has struck a major blow to the very heart of the terrorists' logistics and command network. This was not just a random encounter in the bushes. This was a highly coordinated, intelligence-driven mission that took out a notorious terrorist leader and dismantled a sophisticated supply chain that many people did not even realize existed. When we hear about the insurgency, we often think about foot soldiers in the forest, but the modern face of this conflict involves technology, aerial surveillance, and deep cover collaborators living right among the people. That is exactly what the troops uncovered and crushed in the Madagali local government area. The success of this mission actually unfolded in two distinct but connected phases on Thursday. It began with an intense and perfectly executed ambush along the Visik River line. Our troops, working hand in hand with courageous local vigilantes and hunters who know the terrain like the back of their hands, lay in wait for the insurgents. When the suspected fighters walked into the trap, the troops engaged them with overwhelming firepower. This encounter was not just about pushing the enemy back, it resulted in the successful neutralization of a very high-profile target. The man taken down was identified as Abdullahi Mafa. For those who might not know, Abdullahi Mafa was no ordinary foot soldier. He was a former hybrid commander who was absolutely notorious for planning, directing, and orchestrating several brutal attacks within the Madagali Council area. By eliminating a commander of his rank, the military has effectively cut off the head of a deadly snake, throwing their ranks into confusion and significantly reducing their ability to launch coordinated attacks in that specific region. Taking out a leader like Mafa is a massive win that will undoubtedly save countless innocent lives. But the troops did not stop there to celebrate. They knew that a commander is only as effective as his supply chain, and they had solid intelligence pointing to a major logistics hub operating right under the radar. Before we dive into the shocking details of who was supplying them with advanced technology, if you appreciate the incredible sacrifices our military and local hunters are making to keep this country safe, please take a quick second to smash that like button right now. It really helps to push these positive stories out to more people. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest security developments and true stories from across the nation, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means everything as we continue to bring you these vital reports. Now, back to the second phase of the operation, which took place just a few hours after the river ambush. Around 6:30 in the evening, acting on precise security intelligence, the troops carried out a swift and decisive raid right in the middle of the Madagali motor park. Motor parks are usually bustling with innocent travelers, traders, and everyday people trying to make a living, which makes them the perfect hiding spot for criminal collaborators. During this raid, the military arrested a suspect whose profile has left many people completely shocked. They apprehended a 64-year-old man named Dauda Usman Gubula. At an age where most men are enjoying their retirement and playing with their grandchildren, this man was allegedly operating as a high-level collaborator and a critical logistics supplier for the insurgents. He wasn't just supplying them with basic food or clothing, he was supplying them with the eyes they use in the sky. When the authorities searched the 64-year-old suspect, they recovered some very alarming items. They found 2 aerial drones and 20 solar power banks in his possession. Let that sink in for a moment. Drones are game changers in modern conflict. The terrorists use these small aerial vehicles to spy on military bases, monitor the movement of troops, and find unprotected civilian communities to attack. And because they operate deep in the forest where there is no electricity, the 20 solar power banks were meant to keep those drones flying day and night. By intercepting these drones and arresting the supplier, the Nigerian troops have effectively blinded the insurgents in that sector. They can no longer see our troops coming, and they can no longer plan their cowardly attacks from the sky. This arrest proves that the military is not just fighting the visible enemy with rifles, they are actively hunting down the shadow network of financiers and suppliers who make the insurgency possible. The suspect, Dauda Usman Gubula, is currently in military custody and is undergoing intense investigation. Security analysts believe that he will provide vital information that could lead to the exposure of other collaborators and completely dismantle the smuggling routes they use to bring such technology into the Northeast. This double victory sends a very clear and powerful message to anyone supporting these criminal elements. It doesn't matter how old you are or where you hide your supplies, the long arm of the law and the sharp eyes of the military will find you. The synergy between the conventional troops, the vigilantes, and the local hunters is proving to be a winning formula, bringing us one step closer to total peace and the complete restoration of stability in every corner of our beloved country.